Iran's furious rebuttal to Trump's nuclear bomb threat, a violation of international law. Tensions between the United States and Iran have reached a fever pitch following President Trump's unprecedentedly aggressive threat of devastating military strikes against Iran. Trump's declaration, delivered with characteristic bravado on Sunday, sent shockwaves through the international community. His stark warning, if Iran doesn't make a deal, there will be bombing. It will be bombing the likes of which they have never seen before, left little room for misinterpretation. This latest escalation surpasses all previous threats in its explicitness and violent undertones, leaving the world bracing for a potential catastrophic conflict. This ominous pronouncement came on the heels of a letter sent to Iran, the contents of which remain undisclosed. While the letter ostensibly offered an olive branch, proposing negotiations regarding Iran's nuclear program, the accompanying threat of annihilation renders its conciliatory gestures deeply suspect. The Iranian response, confirming their willingness to engage in indirect talks, reveals a cautious yet determined approach amidst escalating pressure. Trump's ultimatum, a mid-May deadline for progress, adds to the already suffocating pressure cooker climate. A more distant deadline of mid-August also looms, marking the point where the 2015 nuclear agreement, largely dismantled by Trump's unilateral withdrawal in 2018, will effectively expire, demanding a crucial response from European powers. The international community widely condemned Trump's decision to abandon the 2015 nuclear deal, viewing it as a grave strategic error. This move, widely considered destabilizing, has arguably backfired spectacularly, accelerating Iran's uranium enrichment program. Now, Trump's latest saber-rattling only serves to further inflame the situation, jeopardizing global stability and risking a wider conflict. Iranian officials have vehemently condemned Trump's actions, accusing him of a blatant violation of the United Nations Charter and the fundamental principles of international law. They've underscored the cyclical nature of violence, asserting that violence brings violence, a stark warning against the potentially catastrophic consequences of Trump's belligerent rhetoric. Their response reflects not only a rejection of Trump's aggressive posture, but also a deep-seated resentment towards the perceived injustices and destabilizing actions of the United States. The Iranian government's willingness to engage in indirect talks, however, offers a glimmer of hope amidst the escalating tensions. This commitment to dialogue, despite Trump's blatant threats, highlights a desire to de-escalate the situation and find a peaceful resolution. Yet the success of such negotiations hangs precariously in the balance. Contingent upon Trump's willingness to engage in genuine diplomacy rather than continuing to escalate the situation through inflammatory rhetoric and thinly veiled threats of military action. The world watches with bated breath, fearful of a potential conflict with devastating consequences. The coming weeks will be critical, determining whether diplomacy can prevail or if Trump's reckless gamble will plunge the region, and potentially the world, into a catastrophic war. The international community must exert its influence to de-escalate this dangerous situation and promote a path towards peaceful resolution before Trump's bluster irrevocably ignites a conflict beyond control. The stakes are simply too high to ignore. The time for decisive and measured action is now.